Monday marks MLK Day, a federal holiday here in the U.S., a day when we remember and we honor the pioneering civil rights leader who had a dream about an America where character mattered. Today, as crime spikes and more Americans are dependent on the government and public schools continue to fail many children, what is the status of that dream, not just for the black community in this country, but for the entire American family? Burgess Owens is a congressman, and he joins us now to reflect and for his thoughts on as we remember MLK. Congressman, thank you for being here. Let's talk about the state of the black community in America and what you think Martin Luther King Jr. would think about it today, 55 years since he was taken from us.
Well, Tom, thanks first of all for this opportunity. I was very fortunate to be able to be raised in that era, the time when our parents, we believed in respect, we believed in meritocracy, and more importantly, we had the understanding of our Judeo-Christian values, the foundation that began our country, and that's who and what Martin Luther King and that generation stood for. Their vision, very simply, was that one day we'd be judged by the content of our character, not the color of our skin. And guess what? We're there. We have people in every background, every culture, every race, and every position in this country. Any business you can begin if you want to. All we have to now understand is how far we've come, and not let those who want to divide us have us forget the vision of people like MLK and those who came before us. We've come a long, long way. I'm so thankful to have had the opportunity to been raised in that era, and to see how far we've come, and to see how far we can go once we get back to our basic Judeo-Christian value process.
Congressman, I really appreciate your optimism and your positivity. As we talk about the state of that dream, and look, I felt like we were making progress too. But recently, as you point out, it seems that very powerful, very well-financed people on the left really want to turn that progress on its head. They want people to see their race first, not their character. Your thoughts on that?
Yes, it's called cultural Marxism, and we've been under attack for over 100 years now. My community is one that shows what happens when we allow them to succeed. A community that led our country to growth of the middle class, men matriculated from college, men committed to marriage, percentage of entrepreneurs, leading in every single facet of achieving the American dream, doing a segregated community because we believed in our country. We now have a system, an educational system that's teaching our children that socialism, communism, anti-Americanism, anti-God is the way to go, and we have to make sure we fight up against that. Yeah. People like MLK can show the vision of positivity, of understanding what our country can stand for and what it can be. And we just have to make sure we're teaching these lessons. Something as simple, again, as judging each other by the content of our character, not by the color of our skin, is very relevant today, as you see the opposites trying to get done in a different way. So we have a chance to do that, and I'm looking forward to American people now coming back to our basics now that we've gone through these last couple of years of realizing how crazy, how devious the left can be, the hard left, and we just have to make sure we're getting back to our basic roots of understanding that we are really a remarkable culture, good people, and the stronger we lean in toward our God, however we might worship him, the better we can be as a country in succeeding in the vision of our founders.
With so much victimhood culture and the culture of dependency kind of working together, and again, you talked about the school systems, which are really critical. They're not even teaching history anymore. They're teaching CRT and other types of social engineering, and again, victimhood and bitterness. How do we achieve that? How do we get back to the point where, MLK would really be proud of where we are trying to achieve equality and empowerment and respect for all races together?
Yeah. I think the first thing is we need to recognize that we are in a spiritual battle. To be frankly honest with you, we begin with Judeo-Christian values. We begin with an idea that we can become a more perfect union as we become better people, and lean into worshiping a God and treating each other with respect. We need to educate ourselves in the fact that we truly are at war. we have cultural Marxism, and there's a book that I read recently called Battle of the American Mind, Pete Hessig, that really just points to it very, very strongly. We have to realize that we're at war, and we now have a chance to come together as people to fight this. As parents begin to understand what their children are being taught in school systems to hate our nation, as legislators like myself take the opportunity to make sure we're empowering our states and our local systems and educational systems to do the best to bring their kids through this process, to give parents and children across the country an idea that meritocracy can work, a choice, and make sure that we're teaching our kids, because at the end of the day, it's that the fight will be how well can we teach our kids to love our nation again. If we win that, and we win that battle, we win our country back. And until we understand there is a battle, it's going to be very difficult to do that.
Congressman, I only have 60 seconds left with you. In terms of how you want to advance that as a member of Congress, what is something that you are bringing to the table to try to achieve what you just talked about?
I'm so excited by the fact that I'm on the Education and Workforce Committee. I will be the chairman of the pre-K through 12, which is our sweet spot. That's the spot that the left is always going after, the most innocent, the most vulnerable. We can now fight that by educating and make sure we put the power back into the hands of we the people. So get ready, my friends. Now we know we're fighting. We have to get back and win this fight for sure.
All right. Well, we're going to leave it there. But you know, you epitomize that meritocracy, and you've been an inspiration to so many people, Congressman, throughout your entire career, and now also serving our country in Washington. Thank you very much for your reflections on an important day, Congressman Burgess Owens of the great state of Utah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. All the best.